Hey, what's up? It's your boy Antonio Lamar checking in. Ran across an article from Heartland College Sports by Brian Clinton. Says Paul Finebaum has deep concerns of Oklahoma football trajectory. Okay. He says the Oklahoma Sooners didn't reach expectations in year one under Brent Venables, ending the season with a 6-7 record, the program's first losing record since 1998. Despite a failure to launch on the field, Oklahoma went out and nabbed its best recruiting class in recent memory, ranking fourth nationally according to 247 Sports composite ratings. The Sooners brought in three consensus five-star players, two of which are on defense, the side of the ball that has ailed OU in recent years. Now heading into Venables' second year, Oklahoma looks primed to flip the script with a favorable schedule and a transfer class full of playmakers. Folks in and around the program tell me that there is an excitement and an edge inside the Switzer Center that you wouldn't expect from a team coming off a 6-7 season. However, ESPN talking head Paul Finebaum says that he has deep concerns for the trajectory that Oklahoma is headed. Quote, I have deep concerns for the trajectory of Oklahoma, Finebaum said on McElroy and Kubalik in the morning. I talked to a local columnist, and I did not get a good vibe from that program. There just seems to be a concern that in the aftermath of Lincoln Riley, they can put the pieces back together quickly. That did tremendous damage. Not only did Lincoln Riley leave and take Caleb Williams with him, but it also took a line of other players out of there. No one is concerned that Brent Venables' hire is going to work. No one is convinced that the Brent Venables hire is going to work. There's equally no one is convinced that it is not going to work. I know that sounds contradictory, but fans are tired of being right in the middle. Okay, so Finebaum, he's a talking head. He's a SEC guy, and we will be headed to the SEC here after this season. So, and I guess Finebaum, he finds a way to stick his nose in Oklahoma business a lot. So let's continue with the article. Not that Finebaum doesn't have excellent sources, but I just don't hear this same sentiment from anyone that I've discussed the Sooners with over the last several months. Yes, Caleb Williams and Lincoln are gone, but they have been for over a calendar year. Those names aren't even mentioned in Norman anymore. That's just the facts. That's kind of true because even on our show, we don't really go into Lincoln Riley no more. We're past that. So Finebaum, I don't know, bringing that up, whatever. Okay. He goes on to say Oklahoma lost 5 games last season by 7 points or less, 4 of which were losses by just a field goal. Flip those scores and OU goes 10-3 in Venables' first year. It's not that simple, but all that is to say that the Sooners don't need to improve that much to be viewed as a much better football team in 2023. I pretty much agree with that. The roster in Norman has been turned over heavily with 56 of the 71 players that were active for Oklahoma's Alamo Bowl appearance against Oregon in 2022 being out of the program at this point. That means just 15 or so players on the roster were at OU to see the coaching change occur. Furthermore, 39 new players will join the squad as part of the 2023 class, with 27 already on campus, 14 early enrollees, 13 transfers, and 12 on their way in the mid-year. For Finebaum to still be placing interest in Lincoln Riley and his roster at USC with regards to Oklahoma is outdated and just plain lazy. The excitement in Norman on Saturday was palpable as nearly 55,000 Sooner fans piled into a chilly Memorial Stadium to watch a spring game. The vibe around Norman isn't concerning, it's promising, but that doesn't make headlines as effectively, especially when it comes from the mouth of the South. Appreciate you, Brian Clinton, for the article. And yes, I do agree with that last part that he put in there because listen, nobody was happy what happened last year. The record, yes, we was very disappointed. We don't take losing 7 games lightly around here. So it was concerning, but it was his first year. I mean, Nick Saban, we have to remember, I think he went 5-6 his first year at Alabama. So it's not all doom and gloom. You have to come in and establish your culture and rebuild the program in the way that you see it, the way you want it to go. Bring in the type of players and that fit your defense and your schemes on offense and all types of different things. So I am not concerned, as Mr. Finebaum is, being an OU fan, lifelong OU fan, and somebody who's around here listening to the conversations going on. Only OSU fans find a way to really just hate around here. But shout out to them. Man, I think Venables should be able to get it starting to turn this year. I think they will have a winning record. I really think they have a good chance to win the Big 12, to be quite honest. And like I said, I know some of you might say, oh, that sounds crazy. They lost 7 games last year. But like my man, Mr. Clinton, just said, 5 of those games were by 5 points or less. And if you really watch the games, they were really, really close. 2 of the games, where Dylan Gabriel just either got hurt during one game, didn't play another game. Yes, those games were very difficult, and that looked very bad. But we do have a backup quarterback now, hopefully, in Jackson Arnold. So, didn't look the greatest last Saturday at the spring game, but he's a freshman. You can tell he has poise. You can tell that he's going to be decent. Like, you can already see that, he's better than what we've had. So I'll put it to you that way. And I feel a lot better if he had to come in versus what was going on last year. So anyway, Paul Finebaum, the mouth of the South, just chill. Mind your business for right now. And we'll be there in another year in the SEC. Then you can talk all the crap you want and hate all you want. Peace. Boomer Sooner. Like and subscribe. Join the conversation. Join the community. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who's an OU fan, hop on in. And we will be doing a live show tonight, so we'll see y'all then. Peace.